That pool, that pick 4, because that's the wager we're talking about, $50,000 guaranteed pool, races 8 through 11, every race night over at the Meadowlands. Again, for Saturday, March 31st. Charlie, you can chime in on this if you'd like. I know you're probably going to be betting the Meadowlands tomorrow.
Oh, yes.
Everybody does.
Said that with such enthusiasm. I love it. So this late pick 4.
All-Star Energy.
Wow.
If he runs that mile that he ran last week, he could be tough.
I agree.
He went, 151 flat, and he's 8-1 to the morning line. I think he'll probably get bet down to at least half of that off of that last trip.
Rod and I agree on that. However, Mike, this is a good way to start off this sequence. You're too deep in this first race. It's the Dash for the G-Notes final. No All-Star Energy at all, but you're too deep.
Well, I mean, I could see the 8, but, you know, there's 2 others in here that I think are a little better, and starting with the 4, who's the likely favorite, More Dragon, crushed last time in 50-3. You don't really see any 50-3s on this page other than that one, and, you know, was 1-2 in that race, keeps McCarthy. Any sort of repeat just murders these. I could see the 8 getting the front again, but I thought the race was set up for that horse to win, and you know, went 55 early, but just couldn't hold on. Draws outside again, has to go again. Is likely going to either have to face pressure or, you know, a retake from the 4 to begin with, and that, I think, creates issues for that one. The other one I like is the 9, All It Takes, who rallied from an impossible spot last time from the 9 hole for Burke. And that was in that goofy race when Bubba Bruiser broke at the wire and somehow this course got up. But looked like had no chance even the last, 10 steps and found a way. So I like that rally, especially off the layoff. I like that this horse is going to be able to close in a race that's filled with a bunch of horses that are going to be like to go early. Any sort of rally like the last one, and this horse could be on the wire. So I'm 4-9.
A long shot play in this race could possibly maybe be the 10 if there's chaos in the race.
Yeah, that's a good pick too.
Yeah.
That horse flew last time.
Well, Rod, for you, you're 3 deep, and you agree with Mike just adding the horse Charlie was talking about earlier, All-Star Energy.
Yeah, I'm going 4-8-9 here. The 4, like Mike said, keeps Andrew McCarthy. Got a perfect trip last time, but raced really, really well. He popped out of the pocket and flew home. I think you have to use him. The 8 All-Star Energy. Like Charlie said, this one raced really well last time on the front end. Just got a little bit tired late. If he gets softer fractions or gets a covered up trip, this horse is going to be real tough at a decent price. And then the 9, second off the layoff, won his first start, first over, loses his driver, but it's Burke. This horse should be primed and ready to go. The kicker is the outside post. So 4-8-9.
I'm 4-8-9 as well, but in the trend of adding horses, I add one more, and unfortunately it's not the 10 Danish du jour. I agree that the race could set up for him, and he could be the right price for a win bet. However, at the same time, his racing style to me seems like he's too dependent on the pace, and I feel like he'd be more of an underneath horse, if anything, especially at a price. Instead, I add the 6, Boopa Bruiser, who broke at the line last time as the favorite, finishing second by a nose. Most likely wins the race if he doesn't break. And most of the reason why I use this horse has performed very well after being claimed back on March 10th. Was second, 2 starts back, albeit he was closing out on a somewhat fast pace to finish second. Still a decent race first off the claim. And then that last race, again, just speaks to this horse being in decent form. And so with the right setup, this horse could be involved. He's probably going to take play, though, just because he was favored last out, and he's at least consistently racing well, and the off-the-claim angle is pretty obvious. So I'm 4-6-8-9 in that first leg. The second leg is I peek over to London to make sure we're up. Things are still going good, and by that I mean I accidentally opened up Twitter. Yep, we're still fine. 0 minutes to post. We can run through this second leg probably before the 10th at London goes. The second leg of the Meadowlands Pick 4 race, 9 and hours of 5,000 in the last 5 pace, purse of $8,500. We got 1, 4, 9 horses lining up here. And Charlie, with the trend here, is there any kind of outside contender that you're got your eye on?
Let me see. I'm gonna probably say I would probably go with number 7, Sipping on Suds. Like if someone was looking for some type of prize horse to kind of put with all the other logical horses. If you go back to some of the races that this horse did back into November, last year, racing in the 9 winners of 5,000 last 5, he was kind of right there into the money. So even though, one start after the qualifier didn't look too hot, I mean, this is because it could be a horse that could revert back to form.
That was a horse I definitely overlooked, and it looks like we all overlooked by the looks of it. But Mike, starting off with you, because you don't use that horse, but you're still 4 deep. What do you see in this race?
4 deep. I like the 2 inside ones. The 1 National Sealster. This horse's third back drops, gets McCarthy away from Pat LaChance, likely favorite, I would think. And decent rally last time to finish 4th. Really had no chance the way the race set up. Was stuck behind and probably needed that one anyway. I would expect a lower price and a bigger effort. The 2 Talent Soup. This horse raced okay off the layoff. Was racing in stakes last year. And, the thing I liked here was that 27-1 kicker in a fast race. There was no way he was beating, the top 2 in that one. I think any improvement at all at this level and the horse fits. The 6, Work and Play Hard. This horse has been sharp. Has won 3 out of the last 5. When he gets roughed up, he sort of quits. If he gets any kind of trip at all, he'll be right at the wire. He definitely got roughed up last time. Really no shot. Prior to that, won nicely. And then the 8, Jacks Are Lucky too, who was hammered last time to 8-5. And this horse is always at this level. Usually tries to set up that big kick. This year so far, he's not really getting his setups. Finding a way to really just be in the wrong spot. Always capable, though, and I'm not going to leave him off. 1, 2, 6, and 8.
Rod, 2 minutes until London. What do you got 3 deep?
I'm 3 deep. I'm going 1, 2, and 9. The 1 National Sealster. I don't really have a lot to add. Andrew McCarthy jumps on. Pat LaChance drove this thing last time. Race okay. I thought could have been a little bit better, but this horse shows some form back last year. Should be tightened up now and ready to go. The 2 Talent Soup, second off the layoff for this one. Draws inside. Vic Kirby's been doing pretty well at the Meadowlands lately, so I'm going to use this one. I think could get a decent trip, closer than he was last time. And then the 9, Better's Glass. I throw this one on. Scotty DiDomenico. Andy Miller gets on. Coming from the smaller tracks over here, I think the jump to the bigger track could help this horse, and he should get away halfway close and get drug up into the race.
As for me, 45 seconds, 1, 6 obvious ones here. I'm 3 deep using those 2 and adding for a bit of a price. I know you guys don't like this. The 5 Ghost Pine. I just dropped my pen. But I really like this horse, even though he has some gait issues over the half. I feel like maybe coming to the bigger track, this horse might be able to turn things around. Plus, at that preferred level over at Freehold, this horse has won before, so he seems like he could fit this class level. It's just going to be whether or not he's able to stay flat, because 2 starts back, he broke at the gate, still rallied home well to end up being the favorite in his next start when he just happened to break at the half. Don't know why. However, comes to the bigger track, could be a bit of an advantage, and this horse definitely will not take play because people do not like Pat LaChance.